Hi everyone, this is Hydra. We continue our bonus content in Legacy of Kain Defiance. The last part we was reading the comic, but my timer blocking the comic, and I'm very sorry. So let's continue. Your thirst will no longer be quenched. Let's make sure. Okay, your thirst will no longer be quenched with blood, Rezia. Only souls. You become a reaver of souls. You lie. You seek to turn me against my brethren with your false visions. Your treachery will end now, witch. I cannot. I cannot risk letting you tempt one less result than myself. Ha ha ha! I am your future, Raziel. Look at me and see what. And look at me and see what will become that handsome face. Shut your mouth, witch, or I'll rip your tongue from your throat. Afraid of the truth? Gaze into my eyes and see what you're become. Gaze into my eyes and see what will become of your most vowed high blood. The evolution of your kind will take a turn. A dismissal turn, Razia. Oh, Micaiah. Micaiah, the youngest of your brethren will degrade into a monstrous beast, but still be cursed with his human frailties. The noble Stefan, once human parents, will be wrapped into a deceitful reflection of his black soul. You will be forced to seek them out and destroy them all, Raziel. That's Stefan. Freya will consume you. Even the high priestess of the vampires worshippers will fall before you. Her sorceress perception of others will not save her from your wrath. Yeah, that's another cut boss from Silver 1. It was the Undercity you supposed to go into, which sucks that it got cut. You know, I would love to explore that area, which we did in the Lost Levels. The bellows of this silence cathedral will ring across the land again. The future is before you, Raziel. Fate has to demand your course. You must unveil the secrets of the ancients and overcome the challenge to your ascension. Your coming has foretold, Raziel, and fulfill the legacy of Kain and become the Soul Reaver. That's the cover, like one of the cover arts, and the back cover for Soul Reaver, and the manual too as well. That's a good picture. Enough. We were lost in the apparently of the humanity where Kain found us and bestowed upon our vampire gift. Share your tales with the others I have sent to the seven depths. I, Raziel, of the Force-born of King Lieutenants, I would neither destroy nor betray the kin of my high blood, as this which as we're told. I do not fear Kain, for I am the one of the few that knows his truth, that he was mortal once, as we all. Kain chose me to share in his divinity. For that I shall be eternally grateful. Even now I go see my master to share in his vision of our destiny. The story continues in the Legacy of King Soul Reaver video game on sale now. See, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Written by Hawkins artwork. Oh, I like that. That's really cool. Legacy of King Soul Reaver, the comic. That's really cool. Now we got Defiance Top Crow comic. Let me. Oh, that other Master comic looks really cool too. Oh, that's cool as well. Legacy of Kain Defiance. Oh, that's the video game cover too as well. Oh, that looks cool. There is a magical operation of maximum importance and entrance of the new Aeon, when it becomes necessary to utter a war, the whole planet must be bathed in blood. Astra Crowley, look at you. protectors of self-proclaimed protectors of man. You can't even save yourselves. We each play the part fate has written for us. We are compelled, inflicted down for deemed paths. Free will is an illusion. Your destiny has been foretold. Your fate is insensible. The order of the Saffron has been killing my kind for ages. Do you truly believe you can succeed where so many of your brethren have failed? You will join countless others before you and accept my greatest gift, death, blood, the eternal hunger of my kind. But how different can my own dark heart can be? I am Kain. I'm the last guardian, the only survivor of the Circle of Nine. At my whim, the world will be healed or damned. With each step I take into the future, my choices in the past gain importance. But will my actions be enough to ensure I take my rightful place as the ruler of this world? I'm the guardian of balance. I hold the future of Noskov in my hands. But my journey has been long. I'm returning from my mistakes littered along the way. How far I have traveled since the beginning. Throughout the record history, two races struggled for control of my world. Ancient vampires battled with the Hilden continued for centuries. In the end, the vampires were trumped, but the victory came with a terrible cost. The Hilden has cursed my race with certainly a never-ending thirst for blood. The vampire banished their enemies from Nosgoth, and the pillars would stand to ensure the Hilden would never return. Each pillar has a guardian vampire. Profession of the pillar, strength called the Circle of Nine. The vampires were chained as we lost the ability to reproduce. Never again will a true vampire would be born. The balance of power began to shift. When the guardian dies, the pillars choose a successor from the moment of birth. When no more vampire births, it failed to the human to serve as guardians. It was only a matter of centuries before the humans had complete control of the pillars. With this control came a new sense of self-worth. In the order of the Seraphim we created as the cattle attempted to control their own destiny, the humans and the turn on their masters. This began the vampire purge, and they're slaughtered by the 100. I think that's Raziel. I could be very wrong. There is no wrath is terrible at this of righteousness. The Saffron Holy War continued, almost bringing about the extinction of my race, and murdering all they encountered, including the last true vampire. Janos Orden reported to be the most ancient and more powerful vampires. He had his still beating heart torn from his chest, a heart supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. It was hidden away by the Seraphim to prevent it from falling into vampire hands. It was the dark truth. The die has been cast, and future has Donskot stood at the brink of destruction. My own story is unique in this world. I was born a human, a noble blood. I did not know it. Then I was born the guardian of balance. As I walked out at that cold night, I had no idea that my fate was about to be sealed. A plan had been set in motion by the necromancer Mortanus. The chance of his arrogant lie in I pronounce that word, my murder. resurrection as a vampire. Alone, he knew the importance of my creation, the needed for a creation powerful enough to restore abundance to Nosgoth. Centuries ago, under the protection of the great evil, Mortanius had committed an act that threatened the very existence of our world. Mortanius had murdered the Balanced Garden area and set forth a dangerous turn of events. Azrael's death led her lover Neptopter to insanity and disease that spread to fellow guardians through the connection they shared. This madness was the reason for my resurrection. I was cleanse this sickness from our world and restore the pillars. The old guardians had fell before me. I brought the balance back to the pillars, all save one that stood in the ruin. It was then I learned that the true nature of my fate, the madness had driven the decay deep within the pillars. The decay was so deep that only death of all 9 guardians will destroy the pillars and completely. My own death as the balanced guardian would be required to restore not the gods, but at a terrible cost. I was the last vampire, and my death would be also mean extinction of my race, which was natural part of this war's order. The choices remain: kill myself and restore the pillars to full strength, while making extinction a race that would survive this world would need to survive, or continue my existence and let Nosgoth suffer while I restored the natural order. I made the only choice I could. The vampires would rule again with their rightful king. And so my reign began. I secured the knowledge that with enough information I could devise a plan to bend the fates to my whim. Using the time streaming devices of the treacherous sorcerer Mobius, I traveled through time, exploring all periods of Nosgoth. It was in these travels that I discovered my third choice, a solution for the future to ensure the world I wanted to come to pass. Oh, Raziel and his brothers. The firstborn of my lieutenants was Raziel, the key to my future. Patience was most valuable ally. My plans were securing the future of Nosgoth, only requiring him in control. Raziel fulfilled his fate when I cast him into the abyss, assuring his destiny rebirth at the beginning of no other in the land. I only knew the truth of the Soul Reaver, the truth that will be released when I struck Raziel with the sword. Later, he would discover that terrible truth himself, that it is his very soul contained in the Soul Reaver blade, in the world where the time means very little and his destiny was already written. Raziel fulfilled his role to perfection as he set out to destroy his very brethren. Last, Micaiah. Time has taken its toll on his brother vampires. The time has taken its toll on his brother vampires that became monstrous reflection of their own dark souls. Raziel took their power and he took their lives, but even then he did not see his true destiny. Raziel was laid back through his history, but using the time-stream devices. Oh, that's Savon. In the past, forgotten in their vampiric transformation, my lieutenants have once been proud, suffering heroes, the pride of the order. Oh, Dumas. Raziel would kill these heroes, including the young human he once was. The act was allow me to resurrect them into the loyal vampires that would become. Time travel would be ensured that the events in Raziel's life will become full circle, allowing him to play part of his own vampiric creation. Oh, that's Rahab. This set stage for me to turn the most righteous vampire killers into the most ruthless vampires in this world have ever seen. Hero to killer, feeding on the very society they had pleaded to protect. Oh, and that was all. Yeah, that's the part when. Yeah, that's the part when Raziel stabbed his Seraphim self. Everyone he encounters since his rebirth is mutilated Raziel, nothing as it seems on Nosgoth. Even I, to certain event as me lead him, holding back information to ensure his proper course was taken. But everything has gone according to my plan. Even the other unknowingly steered him down the path I'd chosen. There was watching as Raziel fulfilled his fate and began to surrender his soul to the Reaver Blade as he always meant to be. Oh, the Hilden right there. Everything was in motion, and my moment had come. My own chance to control my own destiny, and redirect fate. I pulled the Soul Reaver from him, moments before the bond could be complete. But my plan failed more than failed. It opened my eyes to the truth of Nazgoth. With fate change, I was flooded with new memories of the way the pillars were blunt and why they must never fall. Raziel means to resurrect Yano's origin. That's something I have to stop. The Helden neglect the memory that had laid a trap. We walked right into it. Now I must find Raziel. When I stop his soul from joining the blade, he slipped from this reality. Disappear into a realm beyond my sight, a place that restores him, ensures his survival. It is a place that I must someday discover for myself, for the land still has some secrets I must yet to learn. My hope to finding him lies with the one person who plays with the time as it was child as a child's toy, Mobius. Well, cattle, do you not wish to avenge the death of your fallen comrades? Come, let us finish this little distraction. There must be no further delay. Die, monster. Die. I saw a glitter of hope in your eye just then. Let me assure you the outcome of this battle is not in question. Oof. But the time for games is over. The true battle lies ahead. Let your blood grant me the strength I need. Given the choice whether to rule, Given the choice whether to rule and corrupt a fallen empire, to challenge the fates another throw, a better throw against one's destiny, what is a king to do? But this one ever truly have a choice. Only one can only match move by move the manifestation of fate of the Tilius stars. Sorry if I messed that up. The story continues in the Legacy of Kain Defiance video game. Whew. That was a lot. Let me check something. So the next part we're gonna do is I'm gonna do some other bonus stuff like the costumes and stuff like that. Now I'll load up a chapter that will show off. It will show off the enemies and all this stuff. And after that, we should be done with everything. So as for this part, I'm gonna upload the other part that was went over the time. I'm gonna upload that part now. Then later today, I will upload the next part. So, and then I think we got one more part, then we should be done with Defiance. I think we should be done. So yeah. Alright everyone, this is the end of the video. I enjoyed showing you y'all the bonus stuff. It was really fun. And I enjoyed it too. And sorry if I butchered some words in the comics, whatnot, and other things. I'm very sorry. I'm not good with words. Yeah. Alright everyone, if you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a wonderful day everyone, and what Kain says, Ve Victus. Alright everyone, y'all have a good safe day. Y'all have a good safe day everyone. Bye.